Hi guys, this is episode number 11 of my Chelsea career mode, and it's transfer time. Really, you see here the first thing I do. I wanted a young centre back really to take over from Terry or whatnot, and the only half decent player who it said might be able to play in centre back was Ruben Ihui, something like that. So I signed him up, and you'll see in a minute he joins, which is good. And then this comes through, which I was pretty happy about. I've said in previous episode I'm not ready for the international job, but because it's England, I can't really turn that down. It's too good. I don't. I'm sort of stuttering now. It's England. You can't turn that down. I like the players. I know who to pick for what position. I know who are sort of coming through for the future. I know a lot about them, obviously, because I'm English. So I thought I'd be quite good for that job, rather than if I took the Belgian job, which I didn't. Obviously, I wouldn't have known other than the main ones like Vertonghen, Hazard, Fellaini, all that. I wouldn't know who's coming through for them other than Lukaku, but he's already in the first team really. But yeah, so my main priority this transfer window was to shore up my defence. It needed a lot of work. I've been conceding too many goals. Even the board want me to improve it. They've been saying. So the first guy I make a bid for is Joel Matip, who's Matip. I say Matip. I don't know why, but he's 6'4". His stats aren't brilliant on the ball, but the red stats are like curve, free kick accuracy. And his heading accuracy, his passing's average, his marking is good. Look, you see his top stats: his marking, heading accuracy, stand tackle, strength, interceptions, and his speed. He's quite a pacey defender, so that'll be very good. And I didn't really want to. He's not loads. He's valued at 5 million, so the bid would have to be about 6 million, 7 million if I was going to sign him with money. But because I'm replacing my old team with youth, I thought I'd chuck in a player. So I was scrolling through. I was tempted with Ryan Bertrand because he's sort of he won't. Oh, excuse me. He won't sort of grow anymore. But I put in John Terry. Because I put in no money because John Terry's worth about. Well, I didn't actually see that. It would have said. I think he's on top of my head. I thought he's worth about 4 million. And this is another person I make a bid for. David Alaba. You can see I don't really go into depth with I don't weigh up my options. I do if it's a striker, but later on it's between Gomez and Balotelli and I'm not sure what to do. But here look, they say it'll be worth between 6 and 6.9 million, which is pretty handy. I'm sure his rate, he's only 20, I can't see this is in the way, but 23 I think he is, or 20, he's younger than I thought. He's a very pacey left back. He'll replace Ashley Cole, so I put in Bertrand. Excuse me again, I got the burps really bad. And Natasic I had a look at. But then I saw his stats a lot of them were red. I wasn't impressed with him. So here you see, I decided to sim the game because I want to get the subs. So it's Chelsea vs QPR. I let this one run, I think, because I don't know why, just to make this episode longer. Suarez scoring and Fellaini getting booked. But you see on the bench they got Julius Caesar on the bench. QPR, that Green is taken his place, but they haven't really signed anyone. I don't think anyone new. I think all those people there were there originally. Johnson, number 8 at the bottom. Is that Michael Johnson from Man City? Well, he used to be at Man City, and then he moved to Leicester or something. I'm not sure if that was on loan. But anyway, they rejected my bid for Joel. I might just call him Joel. They rejected my bid for Joel because I don't know how to say his surname. Matip. I don't know, but yeah, they rejected it. They wanted a bit of money with it, so I thought I'd go one. I thought I'd filmed this a while ago. I must have been in a strange mood and feeling difficult, so I chucked it at 1.6 million. I won't do that. And then I played Cheltenham. I have a little game against Cheltenham now. And you see Ahui, my new person starting at the centre of midfield, or centre defensive midfield. with him and Mikel, which offer a lot of strength. He's 6'4", remember. He's a big player. So you see this game, I just try and get the ball to him as much as I can. I try and find him. I'm not sure if you'll see in the highlights, but I just try and get to him as much as possible. This is very much my B team. And this one I was just enjoying the game. I wasn't overly attacking. I was making sure I didn't concede. I didn't want to concede a sloppy goal and then have to sort of feel pressured. So I got an early, 25th minute lead, a relatively early lead through Sturridge, who the other night had a brilliant game against Man United. He was unreal. During that game, before he was doing well in that game, I was like, oh, he's not a good footballer. He shoots too much. He'll shoot from anywhere, and you can tell the rubbish strikers never shoot. The decent strikers shoot too much, and then the best strikers know when to shoot. They'll pass it if they need to. I thought that should have been a penalty there, but anyway, yeah. You see, I skipped the second half here because nothing happened. It finished 1-1. Literally in the second half, I just kept the ball trying to get to Ahui, trying to sort out his passing and all that. And but yeah, Sturridge, he shoots too much. But against Man United, he's a very good player. One opportunity and he took it around the keeper, took it a bit wide, and then it was miles wide, and he stopped, turned, and by the time he turned, the keeper was back in the goal, and he still decided to shoot, which really annoyed me. But Eden Hazard here gets a bid of 34 million for him, was it? Or was that it? Yeah, 34 million. So I don't want to sell him. So I put a ridiculous price on him, see if they bid, because he's a good player. I like him, and he's got a lot of potential still to go. I think I won't get a better player. I know some of you are a bit. You're like, oh, why did you sell Mata? That's stupid. But I got a lot of money for him, but Mata as well. He doesn't improve too much more. He's 23, 24 now. He's got room to improve, but not as drastically and as much as other players. And I was pleased to get the 35-40 million I must have got for him. So yeah, I was pleased with that. Hazard, Real Madrid came back to me and said, right, we bid 60.5 million. And I thought about it for a second, and then I thought, no, he's 22, he's rated 88, so he's just going to keep rising. He's going to be one of the most expensive players on the game. He's got the potential to be just under as good as Messi, probably. I reckon about 92, 93. Possibly, hopefully. And here, Barca make a bid for John Terry of 3.7 million, but I realise he's in my deal for Matip. So I stall it. And yeah, Juventus made a bid for Czech, and they bid, I think it was 11 million. I want him at least till the end of the season, because that's when Cortis comes back. I'll play Cortis pretty much all the next season. Well, I'll rotate it probably half season, or every other match. I'm going to get a bid for Azpilicueta, which I reject, because I like Azpilicueta. He's got a cool name. I can say it as well, Azpilicueta. Unless you say it slightly different, I don't know. But I think I can say it right. Yeah, and my next match is against Stoke on January the 12th. I'm really not sure what to talk about now. This is one I need to improve my commentaries. It needs to be more entertaining. Not necessarily funny, as long as they're relevant. I don't mind. I'm not like KSI, because he's hilarious. I like him. I won that game 2-0. Suarez and Moses. Suarez has been a very good signing, but not when I'm using him. He seems to score rubbish goals when I use him. So yeah, and yeah, and then my thing's messing up now. Oh, there we go. My game's messing. My playback. I'm watching this and commentating over it as I'm watching it. It is freezing. But you see here, Bayern Munich made a 40 million bid for Luis Suarez. A 40 million bid. That is mega money. So Barca want a bid, and I'm like, no, you've got Messi and that as it is. Don't be greedy. If you pay me 45, yeah, and they're like, no. They say, no chance. But obviously, at the start of the season, I accidentally put the board strictness as, I think it was strict, or whatever, like the money they give you. So of that 45 million, you'll see later, I think I get about 40 million. I get about 27, I want to say 30 maybe, or maybe I adjust my budgets to 30. And Mario Gomez is the type of striker I want up front. He's big, he's powerful, not the paciest, which is a bit of a letdown, but yeah, he's definitely the type of player I want up front. His attack position, so he'd be there. If someone took a long shot and the rebound came out to him, he'd tuck it away and he'd be in the right position. Let's go down Higuain's. Higuain's a good player. I'm not sure how Torres is doing at Liverpool again. I'm not sure if he's doing very well. But you'll see throughout my series, I like changing my strikers. I like having an attacking team. I like changing it, trying out new players, potential, all that lot. I love doing it. That's Marco Reus. He's not the type of. He's supposed to be very good on this game. And is it Reus? I think that's how you say it. Reus. Yeah, I think it's Reus. And Lewandowski I looked at as well. Lewandowski and Balotelli, but I thought I'll settle for Gomez for now. Let's just see where it leads. I'll wait a little bit. Jovetic. I'd already filmed this before one of my subscribers commented that he's a very good. Well, not my subscriber. I'm not sure if he subscribes or not, but comment that he's a very good player, and he goes up to like 87 in the first season or something. But I'm not too sure. I might look at him for beginning next season. So I do need someone. Look, I'm still playing Lampard, which isn't brilliant. And Sturridge, I haven't actually shown it. I cut it all out because I didn't think I wouldn't be able to talk about it that much. But there's an ongoing saga with Sturridge not signing a new contract on it, where I've offered him two or three contracts, and he's just said no. He wants a it's one of those where you offer him what your assistant says, and which is like, I think for Sturridge it's 35k, and he's rejected it. I put it up to 40 and he's rejected it. So I want to keep him because he's young and he'll get good. So I'm gonna make a bit of 45, and I do get him eventually. I sign him up for good, which is alright. And here it's a game against Arsenal, which I'd like to get at least a point from, because I don't look, and stuff like that happens, which annoys the hell out of me. But I get lucky. They almost is it Chesney in goal, or is it someone else they're playing? I'm not too sure. But that annoys me when stuff like that happens. It really, like, how many times in a real match do you see a keeper parry it into his own goal? And especially twice in two shots like that. It just doesn't happen. Every now and again, yeah, but not twice in a row. And they're a very good ball, and they went close there. I think is that Chamberlain or Walcott? I'm not too sure. Oh, the bloody burps. I just ate, which wasn't, and it's late as well. I'm tired, which is why I probably sound like on drugs. Not on drugs, but like sleepy, and I don't want to be too loud. I'm trying to be a bit quiet. And then Cazorla scored it was poor defending by me. It was terrible. And this is even worse. Look at this defending. This is why I need a good defence, or I need to improve defending. My defence is perfect. Like John Terry, David Luiz, all that are very good players. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think, is Matip playing this game actually? That looks like Matip. I'm not sure. But I'm not sure if I've signed him yet or not. But they're very good players. Yet, because I'm bad at defending. You see here, I pass it to my and I get there, which is very lucky. And I managed to equalise in the 83rd minute. Neymar, did he get the first goal as well? So that's his second of the game against Arsenal. Neymar is unreal. Such a good player. He's one of my favourite players in the world. Well, he is probably my favourite player in the world. And well, okay, maybe not my favourite. He's one of them. Just his tricks, the stuff he does with the ball is unreal. And for a minute there, I was like holding my breath, like, oh no, Cazorla, you can't miss. And then he did, which is pretty lucky. And I drew that game 2-2, which I'm pleased with. To be fair, it's better than losing. I'm even more pleased with it because I was 2-1 down, but I'm less pleased with it if you think that I was 1-0 up. But Neymar got man of the match, and I skipped through that. And that's that's that for this episode. We're at the end of January already, but my next episode should be quite long. I'm not sure. It should be about the same like timing roughly. There's a lot of it going on. Like there's a lot of transfers still to be done you haven't seen yet. But anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and like subscribing would be brilliant. I'd really need some, and thanks a lot, and see you around.